Do you have an executive or leader who does not believe that there is a measurable link between delivering excellent customer experiences and getting a reasonable return on investment? Have they pointed to the headlines that allegedly prove that there's no return? These studies conducted by Accenture and other notable companies. Maybe you're trying to build a business case to create a customer experience or voice of customer program, or you're trying to invest in technology or a team to support your work. Then you're in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to give you 3 strange questions you can ask your executive, the answers of which will prove the link between an excellent customer experience and a return on investment. I will give you examples from 3 different industries to show you how it applies. Hi, my name is Tony Bodo. I am the author of 2 #1 best-selling books, The Complete Experience and Leverage. I have consulted for some of the world's top companies that have won customer service and customer experience awards like J.D. Powers, Temkin, and more. And I'm the creator of the Admiration Equation Customer Experience Training Program. The next time you're in a discussion with your executive trying to make the case for an investment in your customer experience or voice of the customer program, and he or she's not buying in, suggest to them that you can prove the link with 3 simple but somewhat strange questions. Have them recall a restaurant where they had an amazing experience the first time that they visited. Have them think about who they were with and what they felt, the taste and smells of what they ate and drank, the feelings that were triggered by the conversation that they had, the helpfulness of the server, how the ambiance and decor made them feel, and anything else that they might remember. And once you get them to this state, ask them these questions. Did you order something extra, something that you would not normally order? Did you return to the restaurant on another occasion? Did you tell someone that they need to go, or did you take them yourself? Here's the key. If your executives answered yes to any of these questions, you can point out that the experience that they had, the feelings, the taste, the smells, the connections or relationships, all of these had an impact on their decision to invest more in that experience by either buying more while they were there or going back in the future and recommending it in the future. Your executive is likely to grasp the reality of the situation, and they should be more open to the reality that it is likely that some, if not most of your customers, will react in the same way if you invest in a better customer experience. Now, I've conducted this very exercise with thousands of executives, and the answers always come back the same. Not a single person tells me no for all 3 questions. If your executives need more assurances, you can share 3 categories of customer behaviors that we have done tons of research around. We find over and over that it drives return on customer experience investments. These 3 categories are receipts, relationships, and reputation. By receipts, what we mean is the behaviors that result in customers spending more at the time of purchase. By relationship, we mean the behaviors that result in customers spending more over the life cycle of the relationship with your company. And by reputation, we mean the behaviors that result in customers influencing others to spend more with you. Now, I share 10 specific ways that you can measure customer behavior in these 3 categories in the first video of the Admiration Equation course, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later. But I only have time to give you 1 from each category in this video, so make sure you enroll at www.admirationequation.com to get all 10 measurable customer behaviors that drive an ROI on your customer experience. Here's an example from receipts. Paying a premium. We often think that people are price shoppers, but that's not exactly true. We all have a range of what we're willing to spend for a perceived value of a thing. There's a high and a low limit to what we're willing to pay for a thing, but that range can be influenced. As an example, hotels that have a higher rating by guests on TripAdvisor can both charge more. Some studies say as much as 11% more per each star, and they also have a higher occupancy. This is regardless of the expert opinion. As an example, TripAdvisor or AAA experts rating the hotel at a particular level, that doesn't matter as much as what guests say. Let me give you a real tangible example. There are 2 Holiday Inn Expresses within 5 miles of where I live. One is rated by guests as about a 3.5 out of 5. The other is rated as a 4.5 out of 5. For the same date of stay, on TripAdvisor, the 3.5 rated Holiday Inn Express is charging $103, whereas the 4.5 rated hotel is charging $199. You can see with this that for exactly the same brand of hotel, people are paying more. Why? Because of the experience. Let's take a look at the distribution of the ratings. Even with a lower price, the hotel with 3.5 out of 5 cannot compete. Here's the thing. People are seeing these ratings and deciding to buy. They know that they could go just a few miles away and get nearly $100 off per night, yet they won't do it because they want an excellent experience. Your customers will likely do the same if you provide them with an excellent experience. Now let's look at relationship. Here I will point to the behavior of broadening to other product families. In this case, we could point to the hotels again because you can see that most major brands like Marriott and Hilton and Hyatt, they have a wide range of hotel types from 5-star to extended stay to timeshare. But let's move to a famous example in technology, Apple. Apple started as a computer company. Then in January of 2001, the Mac version of iTunes was released. They broke into the music industry and revolutionized it. In October of 2001, the first iPod music player was released. In 2007, the first iPhone was released, and in 2010, the first iPad was released. If you talk to a loyal Apple fan, you will learn that they have not just one of these product families, but multiple product families. When I interviewed Jay Elliott, the former SVP at Apple in the early years and a mentor to the young Steve Jobs, he shared that Steve always had this vision of the product from a unified perspective. In other words, every product that Apple offered would work seamlessly together, that it would make sense for a Mac user to buy an iPhone or an iPad because they integrated so easily with each other. You cannot contest the value of this approach of influencing customers to broaden their reach into other product families. Apple is one of the most valuable companies in the world today. So you can see that focusing on and investing in the customer experience can lead to a deep relationship with customers in a way that causes them to choose your product in other product families over competitors. Like Apple fans bought cell phones from a computer company. Think about that. Before they bought cell phones from a cell phone company. When you enroll in the Admiration Equation Quick Start course, I will show you 5 relationship-based customer behaviors that drive a return on your customer experience investment. Finally, let's look at the example of a reputation behavior that drives value, and that is posting a positive online review. You've already seen from my earlier example of the hotel how online reviews can impact how much we spend. But let's look at how a review can impact where we spend our money. I was recently looking for a tire shop because I needed to replace one of my tires, and I Googled tire shop. We all know that being on Google's page 1 is critical to online success. Well, I found something very interesting in my search. One of the top ranked tire shops in my area, it was ranked on page 1. It was not there because of its website or its SEO. It was there because it was on Facebook and had 5-star reviews on Facebook. The tire shop was competing with the national brands who were spending a fortune, but this little local tire shop was there because their customers wrote reviews on Facebook, and in the search engine results, they were on page 1 with a 5-star rating. So of course, that picture of the 5 stars is going to get my attention versus all the national brands. I actually wrote an article on this, and you can find it on my LinkedIn profile. When you enroll in the Admiration Equation Quick Start course, the first video is instantly available to you, and it will show you all of the 10 customer behaviors that you can track. Of course, there's a ton of other great content in the video and in the whole series of videos you're going to get, and I know you're going to love it. So click the link or go to www.admirationequation.com to enroll. And by the way, this is free. You will get instant access to the first video with all 10 of these customer behaviors that you can learn how to prove that your investments in customer experience are generating the type of return on investment that your executives desire. Until next time, remember that in this world of 24/7, 365 access to products and services, your customer experience can impact the lives of your customers in deeply profound ways. You can lift people up out of their conditions and help them transcend their challenges in life. When you do that, even if it's just for one person, you can alter the trajectory of human history.